ladies, I hope you've had a wonderful day. I have been looking forward to this time all week, and I hope you have been as well. I want to thank you for participating in our 24-hour prayer meeting, and I trust it's going to be a blessing for you. Yesterday afternoon, I sent out an email. I hope you had a chance to look at it. I had several ladies who were asking me for ideas or suggestions on how to go about their 20 minutes of prayer time. And so I simply just included a few suggestions for praising the Lord, as well as some prayer requests that we could also bring before Him. I also wanted to pray for our church family specifically. So I took the list of names and divided it up according to the time slots that you're praying, so that during certain times, specific family names are actually being brought before the Lord. So I'm excited about this time that we have together. You know, I've been thinking even over the past few years, we've had plenty of opportunities to do fun things and things that help us grow spiritually. We've had trips together. We've had times of brunches where we've had missionaries or different ladies speaking to us. We've also had fun times with game nights. But one of the most precious times that I thought we had together was last fall when Miss Karen Blackburn was able to share at a prayer meeting right before school started. And I got to thinking, how would we be able to have a prayer meeting during this pandemic? And the Lord gave me this idea of the 24-hour prayer meeting. And so I'm excited that we're able to start it today. You know, we're living in unusual times. That's nothing new to anyone. There's a lot, anytime you turn on the TV and look at the news, there's a lot of unrest and protest and controversy everywhere. And even in our church, we've got families who are experiencing some real desperate struggles, whether it's with their health, their finances, or with family members. But I wanted us to take some time to meditate and think about the mighty power of God. Our God created the world in just 6 days, and He rested. You know, sometimes I'm tired just after a regular week, and I don't do anything major or significant, just regular day-to-day things. But our God created the entire world in just 6 days. That same God was with the men in the fiery furnace. And even though they faced struggles, He protected them. They stood and followed Him, and He protected them. They didn't smell like fire. Their clothes weren't burned. And sometimes we think that these struggles that we're facing are impossible. But we know an all-powerful God who is able to take care of anything that we face. Well, as you can see today, I'm sitting out by the lake. A lot of times I like to have a picture in my mind when I'm reading the Bible of what God's trying to make me learn that day. And I want you to picture this lake, even though it's not the Red Sea, it is a vast body of water. Can you imagine the Israelites, when they got to the Red Sea, they're being followed by the Egyptians. Moses is leading them, and they don't know what's going to happen. What a struggle. Can you imagine Moses? And even though Moses was a person who was not perfect, he was human like us, and he didn't always exhibit tremendous faith, even like we sometimes do have a lack of faith. But Moses was able to see God do tremendous things, and he was able to have faith and see God do miracles. Can you imagine knowing 3 million people needed to cross this body of water? What were they going to face? But God parted that water and made an escape route for the Israelites to get away from the Egyptians. As Moses was approaching and the people were following, I just know he was probably wondering, how is this all going to work out? The Bible tells us in Exodus chapter 14 and verse 13, and Moses said unto the people, "Fear ye not, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which He will show to you today." And in verse 14, he went on to say, "The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace." I just imagine if I was there that day, seeing those walls of water go up, being able to cross on dry ground, not even muddy ground, and to see the Lord's protection for the people that day. You know, at times when we're doubting, is He able to help us? Our version of impossible. I challenge you and myself to remember His power and to believe. And even if you're struggling to believe that He can actually do what He says He can do, I pray that you will ask God to help you with your unbelief, because God has no limits whatsoever. The Bible reminds us in Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20, "Now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us, unto him be glory in the church." I pray that you will realize that God still provides those Red Sea moments even today. And I trust this time of prayer will be a time of encouragement and a time of blessing to you as we call out unto him. I want to ask you to comment on this Facebook post or the Realm post as you finish your time of prayer. Feel free to share any comments, any thoughts, any praises, any verses that the Lord brought to your mind during your time. I'm praying for you, and I pray that it will be a wonderful time together with the Lord.